written by Cheryl Snyder. Focus question. What are some important characteristics of South Korea? Where is it? South Korea, officially named the Republic of Korea. It is a small country in East Asia at 99,722 square kilometers. It's slightly smaller than the country of Iceland. It is located on the southern point of the Korean peninsula. Surrounded by water on three sides, South Korea only shares a southern border with another country, North Korea. South Korea's closest neighbor are Japan to the east, North Korea to the north, and China to the north and west across the sea. A narrow strip of water separates South Korea from the Japanese island of Tsushima. With more than 9 million people, South Korea's capital city of Seoul is the country's largest city. It is also one of the largest cities in the entire world. Seoul is located in the northwestern part of the country on the Han River. Although today Seoul is a modern center of trade and business, it is also an important historic landmark. The downtown region is enclosed by wall originally built more than 600 years ago. It contains centuries-old palaces, shrines, fortune gates, and royal gardens. There are also examples of humbler type of building. The traditional South Korean house called a hanok, designed to stay comfortable in the winter's bitterly cold temperatures. Hanoks has special heating system that carries hot air through channels beneath the stone floor. More than 60% of Seoul's people live in modern apartments that use an under-the-floor heating system inspired by the hanok. People. More than 49 million people live in South Korea, most of them in urban environments. The national language of South Korea is Korean, but other languages like Chinese, Japanese, and English are also spoken. Some regions of South Korea have a dialect that uses different words, phrases, or sounds. Until recently, North and South Korea were the only places to find large populations of Korean-speaking people. Since the 15th century, the language has its own alphabet, called Hangul. Each letter in Hangul stands for a specific sound. Unlike Chinese characters, for example, where different symbols can stand for entire words, South Koreans may work in different types of jobs. The country is a world leader in computers, related technologies, and other exported goods. Many Korean people work in manufacturing, making electronics, medical devices, cars, and other items that could be exported all around the world. Family is important in Korean society. Sometimes 2 or 3 generations live together in a single household, although this is becoming less common. Elders and family are honored in traditional South Korean practices. People keep records of their family history and have special food and ceremonies on the holidays. Many South Koreans see education as the key to success and power. Family life often centers around the children's education, according to the Organizing Economic Cooperation and Development. Korean students rank among the best readers and problem solvers for each member nations. South Koreans have a wide range of religious beliefs. Christianity, Buddhism, Confucianism, Shamanism, and Islam are all practiced in South Korea. Land. Hills and mountains cover South Korea. Only a small amount of the area of the land is fed, enough for farming. The Tibet Mountains run along the eastern coast with several mountain ranges branching off and running roughly east-west. Most of the mountains are less than 1,219 meters in elevation. The highest peak is 1,950 meters, Mount Hala, also known as Halasan. Mount Hala is an extinct volcano on Jeju, one of two volcanic islands of southern tip of the Korean Peninsula. South Korea's eastern coastline is fairly straight. However, the rest of the country's coast is broken up by numerous rivers and streams to form countless inlets and more than 3,500 small islands, lining the narrow lowlands of stream and river with some of the highest tides in the world. As interim, the port near Seoul, the water level varies about 9 meters. That's enough to cover a 3-story house. Most of South Korea's rural population live in the coastal and inland plains region in the western and southern parts of the country. The plains provide fertile farmland for growing rice and vegetables. Because of the country's location in a temperature zone, South Korea's 4 seasons, the temperature ranges from an average of -6 degrees Celsius in winter to the high of 27 to 32 degrees Celsius in summer. Summer also brings the rainy season, when the country gets more than half of its yearly rainfall. During the season, South Korea is sometimes hit by typhoons. Heavy flooding is common. History: the Korean region, including both North and South Korea, has more than 2,000 years of recorded history, though its location is isolated from the rest of the world. People have been living there for at least 10,000 years. Historians think that Koreans originally came from Mongolia and Siberia. Many kingdoms attempted to take control of Korea, and the country experienced a series of invasions by China, the Mongolian Empire, and Japan. In 1905, Japan forced Korea to sign a treaty that put Korea under Japanese control. In 1910, Japan forced Korea to become a Japanese colony. During this time, Koreans were not allowed to speak their language or practice their religions. Many Koreans protested by marching or refusing to keep up their tradition. Korea remained under Japanese control until Japan's surrender at the end of World War II. Koreans celebrate their freedoms yearly on August 15. The United Nations grants returned Korea to a self-government at the end of World War II. During this time, the United States military occupied the southern half of the Korean Peninsula and the Soviet Union for the other half. For the northern half, the United Nations ordered democratic election, which South Korea held. North Korea established a communist form of government. In 1948, the United Nations recognized South Korea's government as the legal only government invaded South Korea in an attempt to bring the divided nation together by force. The Korean War caused 2.5 million lives and devastated both countries. In 1953, North and South Korea signed a ceasefire, a strip of less than 4 kilometers wide. The two countries never signed an official peace treaty, and over 25,000 American troops are still stationed in South Korea. Celebration. Until the mid-20th century, South Korea was an agricultural society. Many movies, holidays are linked with the moon's calendar. New Year's Day called Seolla is the most important of this festival. It's celebrated with dog tteokguk or rice cake soup on this holiday. South Korea celebrates everyone becoming 1 year older with gifts, games, and fortune telling. A harvest celebration called Chuseok is another important holiday. It's a time when people get gather for family reunions. Families visit their family tombs and leave food offering in honor of the dead. South Koreans also have big celebrations on the baby's first birthday. The parents place objects in front of the baby, let the baby choose their favorite. If a baby picks a book, it means they will be smart. Picking up money means they will be wealthy. Food. South Korean food is vibrant and flavorful. Kimchi is a food similar to spicy restaurant, with sukjot and rice are served as every traditional meal. Fish and other seafood are also an important part of South Korea's cuisine, as powdered rice are called tteok. There's a saying in Korea, food is the best medicine. It means that both health and sickness come from the food we eat. Traditionally, South Koreans eat seaweed, which many believe improve health on their birthday. Some women expecting babies eat seaweed to have ensured a healthy birth. After traditional belief that some food can bring good luck or a strong harvest. For example, a Polish dish made with rice and red beans is eaten on winter solstice to welcome the spring season. Conclusion. From their country's bustling cities to its rock mountains and fertile plains, South Koreans have been united for centuries by a culture that values hard work and respect for families and elders. Today, the country's trillion-dollar industry economy is one of the strongest in the world. South Korea is a modern world power, a country and a people with bright future. Connection. Writing. Choose at least 2 topics from the book. Write an essay explaining how another country is compared to South Korea in these areas. Social studies. Research South Korea's economy. Write an essay explaining how the country's geographic location positively and negatively impacts on its economy.
Good job. You did it. Perfect. You got